on the media and how it portrays women's body image in a negative way. So, here we have Adriana Lima. She's a Victoria's Secret model, if you guys didn't know. You know, super skinny, super pretty, everybody wants to be her. You know, she's this gorgeous woman, but what people don't actually know is there's this cool thing called Photoshop, and a lot of magazines and television shows, they all use this to make this into this. You know, this is totally different. You know, our young teens are trying to aspire to be something that they're not. So over the next few minutes, I'm going to tell you guys why the media is having a negative influence on teens through sexualizing women, and I'm going to tell you about how like a lot of women, celebrities are coming together in order to fight the negative influence that the media is portraying. So, according to Christian Haas, she talks about body dissatisfaction. So this is basically, you hate your body, you're never going to be okay with it, you just absolutely despise it. It's also similar to body dysmorphia. Have you ever heard of that? Like a lot of plastic surgeons can't work on people that have body dysmorphia because even if they got their nose fixed, they got their butt done, they're still going to hate themselves after. So we're still back to that same stereotype in society where people say, you know, you're fat, you're automatically assumed as lazy, or you're skinny and you're assumed to be pretty, you know, you care what you look like, which is not true in anybody's case because I know a lot of bigger women that do try to fix their appearance. And this is like a huge, the media has this huge part and portrayal in our society today because they are, you know, promoting through commercials, through TV, through magazines, all these different women, and, you know, they give them a product and they say, hey, here's this water bottle, and the girl's smiling and she's skinny and pretty, so if you buy this water bottle, you'll be skinny and pretty just like this model, which is why the media is having a huge negative effect on our society. So, back in the day, models used to be seen as normal. So, when you're a celebrity, you have to be seen as thin in order to be beautiful. So, Cheryl Haas also talks about how if society reduced the amount of ultra-thin models in our society, that more women would be comfortable, you know, with what they have to work with. So, you know, if you saw this in a magazine, you wouldn't probably feel as bad about yourself when you ate a whole pack of Reese's Cups, you know. So they did a study that over the years that the body mass, the bust, and the hip have decreased, but the height has increased. So the average model 20 years ago was 8% underweight, where now it's usually 23% underweight. So, you know, you have shows on TV like America's Next Top Model or The Hills, or all these shows on television that show you like, hey, these girls are skinny, they get the boys, they get all this publicity because they're skinny and pretty. So models have obviously changed a lot. It's kind of gross. The Miss America pageant girls are 13 to 19% underweight, and they're over-exercising and completely starving themselves in order to fit this mold that they're supposed to get. And it's influencing our teens in order to have eating disorders and problems that they face with their body. And, you know, body dysmorphia is a huge problem every day. More and more girls are hating themselves. You know, 50% of girls actually hate their bodies, according to Cheryl Haas. She says that 50% of girls hate their body, and that even there was 20% of girls in a 4th grade class were dieting. In 4th grade. So, 2 of the main types of eating disorders are anorexia and bulimia, and this is according to the National Eating Disorder Association. So, an anorexia is a restriction of all types of food. So you basically starve yourself, you over-exercise, you don't eat anything at all times. You're just like, I hate food. Bulimia is taking in mass amounts of food at one time, and then you force yourself to throw it up. But what a lot of people don't know about bulimia is it actually can make you gain weight. It can have the opposite effect. Because if you don't throw it up right away, it's going to still digest into your digestive system, and it can still make you fat. So they did a study that 90-95% of anorexia concerns females, and only 11% actually results in males. Like only 11% of males have eating disorders, so it's mostly women. Which typically, feminine natures of this disorder are between the ages of 15 to 18. So you're basically going through that puberty style, you know, when you're like, you know how like you have those girls and they go through that changing stage and you're like filling out, but you haven't got your growth spurt. So like girls are seen as more, you know, they're chunky, you know, but you can't do anything about it. So, here we go. Yeah, so eating disorders. So these are the side effects that you can have. You can have rapid weight loss, which can come from malnutrition, you know, gaining weight, dehydration, which can cause like heart disease, kidney failure, all these negative things, you know. Muscle disorders, your muscles will just completely, your like body is trying to find something to get its nutrition out of, and it's literally sucking the life out of your muscles, and you're eventually just gonna like collapse and die. So you have teeth rotting. That's gross. That's from growing up. You know, it hurts your esophagus. So Demi Lovato was actually a singer. She talked about how when she used to make herself throw up, she like ruined her voice because it hurt her esophagus so bad it like rotted her teeth. It was so gross. And then you're gonna have hair loss. You're gonna be bald, and then what are you gonna do? Then you're gonna have infertility. So like, is it worth it? Like, you want to make yourself throw up so you can be skinny, but then like in the end, when it's not even gonna matter in 5 years, and you want to have a kid, you can't have a kid. So one of the things that I'm very passionate about are dancers and how they are seen in the media. So I found this really cool quote, and it says, ballerinas are athletes, but they're also artists. So one thing about dance is you have to hit a line. For every position that you're in, you have to hit a line. And ballerinas are so set on hitting these lines, so like your arms have to be perfectly straight all the way up to your fingertips. Your legs have to be perfectly aligned to the point where you can see a line. And ballerinas are more likely, they're 10 times higher to have an eating disorder than regular people. So ballerinas get these really, really, really big thighs because they're always in releve, they're always pushing up, they're always doing plies, you know. It's really rough. So a lot of girls tend to have an eating disorder in order to fit that mold, but they have to be super skinny in order to hit the lines. The Royal Ballet actually had to create an eating disorder policy for staff and students, which basically was like, hey, if we think you have an eating disorder or one of our staff members is telling you you're fat, like, you're out. So you're not even going to get the part anyway if you're starving yourself. This is Misty Copeland. I don't know if you've seen her. She's in the Secret commercials and the Under Armour commercials. They told her that she's not the ideal ballerina, according to her website, MistyCopeland.com. They told her she's not the average dancer. You know, she couldn't be in certain parts because her muscle build was so thick and she was so tall. So she basically was like, forget you, I can out-dance all of you. And now she has lead parts, and she's in there's so many different ballet companies in the world. She's in this one really high one, I don't really remember what it's called. But she played the Swan and Swan Lake. She's had like all leading roles, and you know, kind of showed the other ballet company like, hey, like I can get the part even if I don't look that way. And you know, you have this. This is a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader, which literally makes me sick. Like these girls do not even do half the stuff that these ones do. Like they have like no muscle. They don't they just basically are on the field to like shake their hips. You know, they don't really do anything. Like this is why dancers have such a negative reputation, because like this is not a dancer, that is a dancer. So, but another cool thing is like all celebrities are coming together in order to you know, show women like, hey, it's okay that you're not a size 2. You know, you can still be cute. You know, embrace your body. Like Beyonce has a song "Pretty Hurts" where she like quotes like, hey, like perfection is a disease of a nation. Like no one's perfect. It's society that's the one that's messed up. You know, you have Meghan Trainor, all about that bass. You know, everyone loves that song. They give it up. Okay, Anaconda. It kind of tells girls like, hey, embrace what you got. And then you have the Colby Calais song "Try." You know, have to try so hard. In her music video, she actually like takes off all her makeup and like has no editing, like just to show women like, hey, like I'm not perfect. I don't expect you to be perfect. No, women are coming. Like celebrities all over. Like Jennifer Lawrence is a huge influence. She comes together and says like, hey, like I'm not going to be on the diet. What I should do. So in the end, is having a negative effect, but it's causing women to have really bad eating disorders, dancers are dying every day, but, luckily we have such strong women in our society that they are showing, young girls, hey, you don't have to be perfect in order to fit into society. You're great just the way you are. Thank you.